Some call them meat bombs, some call them defibrillator dogs. I call them delicious, and you're going to love them. Before we get started, click that subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, hit that notification bell so you know when new videos are uploaded, and let's get into this. That's a bowl. That's a pound of ground beef. That's a pound of ground pork. And that's a hand mixing the pork and beef together. Before we mix too much, we add an egg, a generous pinch of kosher salt, freshly ground black pepper, a good hit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, and a fair amount of this here Kinder's brown sugar rub. And then the best tool to mix with is your hands. Now, I'll spare you because some of you don't like to see that, but I'll tell you that when it's all done, this is what it should look like. And these are J-peppers. First thing we want to do is lop off the top. And then an apple corer works best here, but if you don't have one, like I don't have one, just use a knife very carefully and hollow it out as best as you can. And then we're going to lop off the bottom and repeat the same process from the other side of the pepper. Notice I got the paper towel to put all the seeds on. When you're all done, your pepper should look like this. Yes, a little bit of seeds and ribs remain because I want a little spice in this dish. You might recognize these as all beef hot dogs. And this is a bowl of softened cream cheese. And these are slices of American cheese. And this is where gloves would come in handy, but I'm all out of them, so I'm using my bare hands to wrap some cream cheese around the dog so that I can wrap the American cheese around the dog so that I can then wrap the J-pepper around the American cheese, around the cream cheese, around the dog. To make the J-pepper fit, I gave a one thin slice vertically from end to end. When I was all done wrapping everybody, this is what we got. Guess what's coming next? Yes, this would be better with gloves, but I ordered them yesterday and they aren't here yet. We're going to start out by flattening some of our meat mixture. Then we're going to take our pepper and cheese wrapped dog and place it cut side down in the meat and just kind of roll it up. If you want to use that nightmare of plastic wrap called saran wrap or cling wrap, whatever it's called, you want to use that, go ahead and use it. I don't like using that stuff. I'll just deal with it this way, thank you. Though I will say this process was a lot easier after I sprayed my work surface with a little bit of cooking spray to keep from sticking. Now we just want to go ahead and press everything together to form a nice seal. If you need to add a little extra meat, go ahead and add it. Now let's focus on the ends. Uneven Steven over here left too much meat on one side, not enough on the other side. No problem. We'll break some of that off and even everything out. I want to leave the ends of the hot dogs exposed, but I want to pinch very tightly, get a good seal, try to keep as much of that cheese in there as possible when it starts to melt. When I finish wrapping everybody in the ground meat mixture, this is what it looks like. They look kind of like meat bombs. This is why I called them meat bombs at first. This is a pound of bacon, and yes, this is going exactly where you think it's going. Ethel, is that man wrapping that meat in that there bacon? Why, yes, Clyde, I think he is. I think he's trying to give us a heart attack. And that's why I decided to call them ultimately Defibrillator Dogs. Notice I got my gloves. Thank you, Amazon, for bringing them just in the nick of time. After the bacon wrapping is complete, we're going to sprinkle on some of the brown sugar bourbon rub. Now let's build a fire in the offset smoker box. After the fire calmed down and some hickory wood was added for smoke, let the smoker heat up to about 300 degrees. Time to add our bombs. Now close her up and let her smoke until the bacon is nice and crisp. It got up to about 350 degrees in there, so this did not take long. Meanwhile, let's make a sauce. We'll start with ketchup. To that, we'll add some dark brown sugar, some light brown sugar, some apple cider vinegar, some spicy honey, some wash your sister sauce, the last of my bourbon, some dry mustard, garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, and chipotle chili powder. And, of course, a pinch of salt and some freshly ground black pepper. Then we take a whisk and we give it a mix. Then we put it on the stove and continue mixing over medium heat until it starts to boil, and we simmer for about 2 minutes until it looks like this. Now grab your favorite barbecue mop and let's head back out to the smoker. And after about 25 minutes, the smoker running hot at about 375 degrees Fahrenheit and the bacon got nice and crispy, I moved everybody away from the heat source to let the meat continue to cook slowly. And after adding more hickory for more smoke flavor and adjusting the vents to lower the smoke temperature down to 225 degrees Fahrenheit, let's go ahead and mop these kids with this beautiful, spicy, sweet barbecue glaze. And we'll cover them up and let them smoke for another 20 minutes or so. And after about 15 minutes, we open it up and we see that that glaze is nice and darkened from the smoke. Let's go ahead and mop them one more time. And after another 15 to 20 minutes, let's open it up and see what we've got. After the smoke clears, of course. These look absolutely beautiful. They probe to 165 degrees Fahrenheit in the middle. Let's go ahead and pull them off. Now pick your favorite one from the pile, put it on your workstation, take a moment to admire the beauty, give it a turn, get some pics for the gram. Now let's cut it open and get that beautiful cross section and more pics for the gram. Let's bask in the gloriousness of that which you just created. As you can see, it's not the easiest slice to hold together. It's a mess. And it's probably going to make a mess of your arteries. I mean, let's be honest. This is an artery clogging good time. I didn't know whether to call them meat bombs or defibrillator dogs. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think is a better title for these and a better name. Meat bombs or defibrillator dogs. Anyway, There it is. I mean, look at that. It's got a smoke ring. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. And I can't wait to eat it. And I ain't waiting no more. So if you want to eat it, you go home and make one. But for now, I'm eating this one. Don't eat boring food. Cheers. The first thing you get is the sweetness of that glaze and the bacon. And then the smokiness hits you with a little bit of sweetness and bite from the pepper. The salty, savory goodness of the meat. Even the hot dog. Hang on, it's gone. I gotta get some more. That is just unbelievable. That is absolutely remarkable. Make this at home. Don't eat boring food. Don't forget to subscribe for a lot more coming this summer. We'll see you next time. All American Cooking. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.